Shorty like $1,000 plate, fine china. Tell her that she beautiful every day. I remind her.
What is up, you guys? It's your girl Sadie here. Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be an advice video. Somebody DM'd me and asked me to do this video on some advice about people who are getting bullied and some people who are getting bullied about being dark skinned. It was a female, but she told me that she did not want her information to be out there. So shout out to you. You know who you are. So let's get started. I'm going to tell you a little about me and tell you what I've gone through. And yeah, and how I overcame being bullied. So for starters, you know, I'm from Jersey. So, you know, majority of people in Jersey live in the projects, of course. So I'm a project baby or whatever. So growing up in the project, it was kind of hard because I'm dark skinned, but my mom took well care of us. Like, my hair was always done. I was always clean. But it was just my skin complexion that people hated most about me. So it would be times where everybody's like, oh, you're too dark to be played with, or like, nobody wants to talk to you because you're dark skinned. That's when it all started. It all started from my skin complexion. And it was like every single day, people would pick on me, like, oh my God, you're so black. Like, you're black. They never said you're dark skinned. They always say you're black, you're black, you're black, you're black. And it used to like just eat me alive because I'm one person who, like, sadly, it's a good and bad thing. Once you say something to me, I always remember exactly what you said, never forgetting. Like, it's kind of crazy, but hey, that's just how my mind works. So each and every day I would go through that, being called black. Although my mom would always be like, baby, your black is beautiful. My grandma would be like, your black is beautiful, or whatever. But it's like, nothing is like helps more as a child than being accepted by your peers. And that's all I wanted as a child. I always wanted to be accepted by my peers. Like, I just wanted everybody to be my friend, like, you know, be happy to see me. But it didn't work like that. It was like everybody always pushed me away. Or like, for example, girls like who would play jump rope, you know, they would need somebody to turn. And they will always just use me to turn. The next thing you know, when they're done playing jump rope, they're back being mean to me. I never got a chance to jump in the rope. All I was just there for is just to turn. How to never jump rope, actually, until my cousins taught me. Which is kind of crazy because all I wanted to do was be accepted and be everybody's friend. I was nice to everyone, but after a while, I just started to grow into this person that I really did not want to become. It was like I chose to be mean to everybody else because everybody was mean to me. So even people who weren't mean to me, I would be mean to them just because of me being such a hurt person from people bullying me. So being bullied about my skin color mainly broke me down and made me feel very insecure about myself. I had no self-confidence in myself. And this was like for years, like even in my teens, like I dealt with it. And like after a while, I had to learn that everybody's not going to like you, because after a while, there were many people who would be like, oh my God, you're such a pretty dark skin, which is also insulting because people are always like, oh, you're so pretty for a dark skinned female. Like, what do you mean? You know, I felt very offended by people saying that. But after a while, growing up, I was just like, you know, who cares what people say about you? Only thing that you have to worry about is accepting who you are. When you get up and look in the mirror, you tell yourself, girl, you is beautiful. Or, boy, you handsome. You know, like, don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Also, whatever people are saying about you, don't just sit there and dwell on what people are saying, because that can also break you down. That can make you feel worse about yourself. Instead of uplifting yourself, you're making yourself feel worse. So you're adding on to your pain. So whatever people say about you, it may be hard sometimes, but you gotta brush that off and be like, you know what? I am who I am, and nobody else has to accept me but me. No? As long as you got your support system, which is your mom or your dad or whoever's in your family that's supporting you for who you are, you accept you too. That's all that matters. What everybody else in the world is saying does not matter, honestly. One thing that I can say, that if you're like deep in like being bullied and like you're being brought down, find an outlet. Like, for example, if you want to go to therapy and just talk it out with somebody, go to therapy. Well, if you don't have the money to go to therapy, find somebody that you're close to or somebody that you trust with everything and just go talk it out with them. Or if you believe in God like me, just go talk to God and just express yourself to God. Because, you know, God will never judge you. He will never make you feel like you're less than anybody. You know, he'll make you feel like you're somebody. So, you know, just express yourself. But with me, at one point in time, I didn't know how to express myself until I found that I knew how to write. I always was good in writing. Like, my writing was my way to express myself. I'm not a very verbal person. Like, if you know what I mean. I don't express myself verbally. I would rather write it out and have you read it. And it explains everything that I feel. That was my outlet. And it's still my outlet. My writings helped me through a lot in my life. Especially as a young teen. Going through a lot of things that half y'all might not even know about me. And you know, I just choose to every night I just sit down and just write whatever comes to my mind. And it's just like journals filled just from me expressing myself. Like, don't sit and dwell and just let it sit in your mind or just sit in your heart, because it's going to make it worse. You need to get it out. Because if you think of it as a cup, if you keep pouring, the cup will overflow. That's just like you. If you just let it build up and build up and build up, you're going to soon explode. So my main points of this video was to just be you. Love you. If you don't love you, I love you. You know? Be you. Know your worth. Express yourself. Don't let it hold you captive. Like, you know, it may take a while, but you'll get there, because I'm not a perfect person. I done been through some things, and it took me a lot to even just accept the skin I'm in. It took me a lot to know you're beautiful. It doesn't really matter what other people say. After all that going through every single day, like non-stop going through, and now I'm here to just say, I feel like I'm beautiful and that I have built a lot of confidence over the years, like over months actually. If I can be real with y'all, it took a lot. So I'm not going to say that it happens overnight, but just take it step by step. Find you find you somebody to talk to. You know, don't just sit and dwell on the situation, because that's not good. It'll start to eat you alive, and you don't want that to happen, because that will push you to be on that edge of suicide. And I don't want that to happen. So before that all happens, you know, take some points from this video. Find you an outlet. Express yourself. If that doesn't help, find somebody to talk to and tell them. If it happens at school, find that academic advisor and tell them. Don't just let it continue happening. Find help. Don't just sit there. Find help. That's my main point. Find help. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to people, talk to God. He has all the answers. Seriously. So that's it for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you really want some more advice from me, little old me, just DM me. My social media is always down below. I have another video coming up that I'll be doing with my mom, so stay tuned for that, you guys. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, see you later. Bye.
Shorty like $1,000 plate, fine china. Tell her that she beautiful every day. I remind